Righty ho. Hi everyone. Just getting geared up in the back end here. And then we'll be ready to kick us off. I'll just give everyone just a minute or two to enter into the webinar this evening. It always takes a minute or so just to get the tech rolling and people sort of starting to come through the door. So I'll just hold fire for just a moment or two as everyone starts to join us this evening. Super excited to have had a record amount of registrations actually for this Farm Innovation Network webinar. So really keen to see how many of you are able to make it this evening and listen to our cool group of innovators that we've got rolling through. Awesome. We'll just give it a few more moments and then we'll kick things off. Just see about 23 people rolling in at the moment. That's fabulous. It's always like quite a sharp start time, 7 p.m. Everyone's running for a cup of tea or getting everything ready. Awesome. Well, I might just get started. So hi everyone and a big welcome to the Spring 2025 Farm Innovation Network webinar. My name's Chrissy Mead and I'm the Agtech Growth Specialist here at Agnition. Really stoked to have everyone joining us this evening. I'm lucky enough to lead the Farm Innovation Network and also be your host for this evening as well. Just a little bit about me. I've been with Agnition for the past 2 years after spending about 6.5 years with Ravensdown as an agri manager on the East Coast. I'm actually dialing in today from the farm here in Gisborne, so very grateful the wind has dropped, hopefully affording me a secure connection for this evening to keep us all connected. So very cool to see, such a wide range of people joining in from across the countryside as well. The sessions that we host here for the Farm Innovation Network are always a big highlight for our team, and we really do hope they're just as valuable to yourselves as well. So today's webinar really has a global theme. We've got 5 innovators dialing in from around the world, ready to share their exciting technologies and pilot opportunities, especially tailored for our New Zealand farmers. Since we've got such a diverse audience joining us, from farmers and growers to rural professionals and industry partners as well, we hope that whether you're here to explore pilot opportunities for yourselves, learn and share ideas, that there's something here for everyone this evening. We've actually got a pretty cool team that's behind today's webinar. So before we dive into the session tonight, I was keen to just give a quick shout out to a few key people and partners behind the webinar today. We've got Jasper, our CEO, who you'll be hearing from very shortly. We've also got Wilson, who's our investment genius, hiding away in the background this evening, keeping me on track behind the scenes. Also, just want to give a big thanks to Ravensdown, our parent company, and also specifically to this webinar, the team at Farmers to Founders and Agri-Food Futures for their incredible support in helping our international innovators into the New Zealand market through a recent accelerator program. And of course, a shout out to the creative legends at Tractor for pulling together all the marketing material that had helped bring this event to life. So to make things go smoothly, you'll notice that your camera and microphones are turned off. They'll stay that way throughout the presentation. So if you do have any questions or comments along the way, please feel free to use the Q&A functionality. You'll see sort of 2 speech bubbles pop together either at the top of your screen or sort of on the right-hand side, where you can post a question throughout the day. So we'll call for questions at the end of each of the innovators' presentations, and that's the place for you to pop that as we go along. So these sessions are a little bit different for those of you who are new to it. So we run a bit of a Dragon's Den vibe, so pretty fast paced, pretty interactive. We do have limited pilot spots available for some of our innovations. So it's a first in, first served model. Each of our innovators will have give around a 10-minute presentation, followed by a short Q&A where you have an opportunity to answer questions of the innovator live in this session. A QR code will be displayed on the screen during this Q&A portion. So that's where you can scan and register for expressing your interest essentially in the pilot that's available. So for those that don't use them too much, but like myself, you just open your phone camera, you hold it up to the QR code. You're most welcome to get nice and close to the screen. We can't see you. As you hover over it, a wee link will pop up which you can click and it'll take you through to the form to get your details so that we can connect you with the innovator post this session. So sign up for a webinar or register your interest for a pilot, even if you do have some follow-up questions or if you're wanting to discuss specifics for your farm. Once you've done this, once we've got your information, we'll connect you with the innovator and then you can have that conversation to see if the pilot is a good fit for your situation. If it is, yourself as an innovator will get you onboarded and the pilot will begin. Our innovators are gratefully offering exclusive deals to the Farm Innovation Network through this program. So what they ask for your return is your engagement and your feedback on their solutions as it goes along. So in our next wee bit, I'll be handing over to Jasper, who will fill you in on what the Farm Innovation Network is all about. Jasper, over to you.
Hey, thanks, Christy. Yeah, great to see so many familiar faces already at this Shark Tank innovation call. For those who are new to this community of curious farmers, I'm Jasper van Holder. I head up Ignition, which is Ravensdown's investment arm. And I might recap why we set up the Farm Innovation Network in the first place. At Ignition, we scout around 200, 300 investment opportunities per year, looking around the world for the best ideas we can take back to New Zealand. But when we started doing this 2 years ago, we found that there was a big gap between clever ideas and what actually works in our farming system. Too many innovators don't get farming, and too many farmers don't have the time to keep up with all the exciting development in the agri-tech world. So we set up the Farm Innovation Network to bridge that gap. And it has worked. As you can see on the next page, we've facilitated close to 100 on-farm trials already. Many different pilots, trials of pre-commercial innovations. So stuff that is not on the shelves yet. The pilots have helped innovators develop their products. They got some frank feedback from our farmers sometimes, and it has helped our farmers to basically do a try before you buy experience before they stepped into an innovation. Now, for tonight, Christy and Wilson have scouted the globe and they found 5 high potential options for you. So I cannot wait to see if you will like them too. And over to you, Christy. Let's hear from them.
Thank you. So this is the bit we've all been waiting for, we're all here for. So we're going to kick into our innovative presentations now. So starting us off is Ross from Water to Grow. He's tonight's homegrown innovator. He had introduced a smart, low-cost solution for effortless effluent tracking. It works well with existing gear and across a wide range of effluent applications as well. Designed to help you maximize nutrient benefits, reduce admin, and simplify compliance as well. Over to you, Ross.
Thank you, Christy, and thank you for everyone for logging into this event. I'll just bring up my screen. Cool. My name's Ross Amer. I work for Water to Grow. I'm the General Manager. I've been here for a couple of years based in Christchurch. Water to Grow is a company which is focused on developing systems around smart farm water management. So what we do is we combine rugged on-farm sensors which can be deployed across the farm and then connected with a low-power, long-range network to software, AI-driven software, which gives real-time control and visibility for water and effluent management. And that information is deployed to farmers so you can see it or they can see it in real time on their mobile phone or back in the office on their desktop computer. The company was founded in 2020 and we've been around for a while and now have 11,000 devices installed across New Zealand. We're an exclusive partner of WSP, New Zealand's leading distributor of irrigation and farm water supply equipment. And through WSP have value-added relationships with all the main resellers, including Waterforce, Rain Irrigation. So we are proven and trusted in New Zealand. Over that time, we've developed an all-in-one platform for managing water smarter on farms, starting with irrigation control, where we developed a solid set or fixed grid irrigation control system that provides farmers with more flexibility and the ability to maximize the use of water and save on labor costs setting up systems and moving them. That over time developed naturally to an interest in managing water, controlling it, and with storage and usage data using the same network back to farmers, and in turn to provide data around soil moisture and soil temperature information and weather for improved irrigation planning. So all in the same platform. Most recently, we've been developing a system for water at the other end of the farming life cycle, and that's effluent management. And that's what I want to talk to you about briefly tonight. So effluent management is often not at the top of the farm meeting agenda, but it is a critical function of farmers, which is of great interest to farmers, but also to the wider community. What we want to do with our solution is to help that process by making the process of managing effluent less onerous, reducing the amount of paperwork, by automating the process, but giving farmers confidence that their good systems are in fact compliant and they do meet regulatory requirements, and have confidence that their systems are in fact doing what they think they're doing. And in the process of doing that, turning effluent into value by ensuring it boosts pasture production by applying it evenly and consistently across the farm. So the way we do that is by monitoring storage, and we monitor applications of effluent. We automatically recall applications, so there's no intervention required, and create proof of placement records with a map. Farmers can create exclusion zones, so they can identify areas which effluent should not be applied to, and receive alerts of high-risk events, so that action can be taken. And then post the event, review current events, but also historic events for both storage and spread data. And so the graphic on the right is of a travelling effluent irrigator in the Waikato between the 22nd of September and the 6th of October this year. And it shows where that effluent was applied, but also importantly for the farmer, shows where it wasn't applied, so he can continue to move the effluent irrigator to get a very even application. With storage, we have devices that can measure effluent storage for both ponds, effluent tanks, and bladders, and to give a current history of the current status of effluent, and also provide a trend to understand capacity and trends. So that is very informative. Farmers can then set thresholds based on that to receive alerts if those limits are being approached, or in fact they're breached. In terms of proof of placement, we map every application and build an automated log of every application, and then we can apply the nutrient content of the effluent to provide a better representation of where the nutrients have been applied to help assist with planning. Obviously, those logs can be viewed in a graphical form or GIS form, as we have on the right-hand side, which represents, in this case, a centre pivot in Canterbury, and these are 3 effluent guns, and it shows effluent applications over a 2-month period. And so this provides sort of the applications in one glance, a holistic view to how that effluent is being applied, and the lighter areas are where there's less been applied and the heavier areas where more has been applied. Or alternately, the log can be drilled into so you can see the exact details of any particular event, see where the effluent's rate started, where it finished, how much effluent was applied, over what period of time, and what depth of effluent was applied to achieve that. So this technology has been developed in New Zealand, and over the last 12 months, it's been trialled on 10 farms across the country, Taranaki and in the Waikato and in Canterbury, with a mix of systems, both travelling irrigators, such as the rain gun in this picture in the Taranaki, or an underslung gun with a centre pivot in Canterbury, but also we have green water distribution through centre pivots in Canterbury going through the whole span of the pivot. We're at the point now where we've learned a lot from this pilot, and we've developed a second generation of the technology and the software, and we're wanting to trial it further before a commercial launch in the next 12 months. So what we're looking for is for early adopters to join our program to help become a partner in progress and help authenticate the data that we're producing does reflect reality on the farm, so we can have confidence that we're delivering will add real value. To encourage farmers to participate in the trial, we are offering a 50% discount on the hardware, and we will start this program in early 2026 with limited spaces being available. So if this sounds like you, if you want to become a partner for progress and getting more visibility and transparency in the management of effluent, then this program's for you. If you reach out to us, we'll come and talk with you and design an effluent system specific to your farm and adopt our technology to suit your farming practice. So thank you for listening. I hope this is relevant and look forward to any questions that you have. Thank you, Christy.
Thank you very much, Ross. Really great to hear. So what we've got now is the QR code on the screen where you can get your phone out and scan that to fill in your details to register your interest and be connected with Ross to chat about where this might fit in your farm system. So for any questions that you have, this is your opportunity to pop them into the Q&A chat. That comes directly through to me and I'll read them out and Ross can answer them as they roll through. Now, in my experience with these webinars, sometimes people are a little bit shy at the start. So if questions come to mind as we tick through the other innovative presentations that you'd like to ask Ross, specific to Water to Grow, feel free to pop them in the chat and we can certainly come back to them a little bit later in the evening. So no pressure if nothing comes to mind now, but do take the opportunity to scan that QR code while it's on the screen, because as Ross mentioned, there is limited spaces available for this pilot, that's for sure. So I'll give one more moment just to see if anyone would like to pop a question in the chat, if there's anyone brave enough to ask a question of Ross at this stage. Perfect. Awesome. We will move on. So our next innovator is Sagi, presenting from Cooling Crops, an innovative company based in Israel, introducing a natural sprayable alternative to high cane for kiwi fruit and apple orchards. So this solution helps reduce wind erosion, improve water retention, and support cooler, more resilient growing conditions. So awesome to hear from Sagi and coming all the way, or dialing in all the way from the other side of the world this evening as well. I'll hand it over to you.
Thanks, Christy. Am I audible?
Absolutely.
Just checking in. Okay, perfect. Hello, everyone. My name is Sagi Schenkman. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Cooling Crops. We're an academic spin-out coming all the way from Jerusalem, Israel, to solve some of the farmers' most critical challenges, especially in this challenging times when the world is warming and all kinds of solutions are no longer valid. We're here to solve mostly problems for chill portions deficits that already cost more than 2 billion globally for farmers, and the problem is being even more problematic in recent years with volatile winters and warmer days. And this is our first product to deploy on New Zealand land. So we offer a solution that is natural, sprayable powder, that cools down tree crops and vines by 3 to 6 degrees of Celsius under direct sunlight as a replacement for hikane, which is a chemical that was already outlawed in the EU because of all kinds of regulatory and health hazards. And we're here to offer this natural solution. So our first crops to target in New Zealand are kiwi fruit, vines, and apple trees. Where all the farmer needs to do free of charge is to blend the powder that we supply and spray it blend with water, sorry, and spray it on the trees or the vines with standard equipment. We want to compare our benefits with hikane and also to add our solution with hikane to the trees and see if we can even increase yields or protect yields more than existing solutions. So this is what we do. What we offer for the farmers, of course, is that the trial will be free from cost. All materials and labor costs are on us. We're already working on the regulatory approvals to deploy the solution in New Zealand, and we will start the trials in the beginning of the New Zealand winter, March, April 2026. And we target to increase at least yields by at least 5% in comparison to hikane and maybe even more. What we offer for our farmers upon pilot completion is a 75% discount on the next order if they want to, if they're satisfied with the solution, and hopefully they will be, and they want to buy more, and 50% discount on the first year of usage. So this is pretty much it. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Sagi. I think we're getting a little bit of a lag with the questions coming through. So while same sort of deal here, feel free to register your interest using the QR code and pop your questions for the Cooling Crops team in the chat there. We did have a couple of questions actually come through for Ross and Water to Grow in the interim. So I might bring you back up on the screen, Ross, and we'll just go through these questions while they're here. So we've got just a quick question here from James. Does your software integrate with existing farm management software such as Farm IQ or Field Margin?
At this stage, it doesn't, but we're open to developing that as we get more mature and get more established. But definitely, we are looking to integrate sources of data from every different device on the farm that we can incorporate and share data back.
Awesome.
So not yet, but that's part of the long-term plan.
On the roadmap, yeah. And can it handle K-line irrigators as one of the irrigation types?
Yeah, it can. The K-line irrigators are a bit more, there's more manual intervention. And so it really relies on farmers putting them on plots where we've marked out because we can't put an individual tracker on every K-line pod. So we can mark out where the K-lines are and we can track the effluent application from each K-line marked. So yes, but we haven't actually done a trial with it yet, but we've talked about it internally.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Ross. That's all from you from now. I'll switch you back off and we'll grab Sagi up because we've got a couple of questions come through for cooling crops. So first up is, what base temperature is the 3 degrees decrease based off?
Sure thing. So we tried it from 25 degrees and for 35 degrees under direct sunlight in the Israeli hot weather. But the relative temperature is repetitive. We saw it across most temperatures. So it's not relative to anything beside the current temperature, the current climate when you deploy it.
And then secondly, this one's a little bit more detailed. So has this product been scientifically trialed, and would it be suitable to put through agricultural drones?
Definitely. So we tried it already in lab tests and also in potting tests under direct sunlight. And 2 months ago, we started our field trials with our other solution, which also incorporates the same formula. on carrots and onions. This is more for field crops, for a different purpose, not just cooling, but to restore the microbiome. But we will not deploy this product in New Zealand, and we'll only deploy the product that is focusing on chill portion.
And can you just remind me really quickly on the New Zealand one, what are those key benefits again?
So we replace high cane when we reduce temperature by 3 to 6 degrees of Celsius under direct sunlight, removing the need for shading structures, nets, ventilators, and of course high cane.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Awesome. Cheers for that, Sagi. We'll move on to our next presenter this evening. So Jorge from Margins is a Germany-based startup and here to present around how AI and also satellite-powered solutions designed to support farm diversification and expansion. So although Margins is from Germany, you'll notice his accent maybe isn't quite so much. So I'll pass over to Jorge to fill you in on all the cool stuff that Margins have been up to.
All right. Thank you, Christy. Can you see my screen? Can you hear me all right?
Yes, all good.
All right. So, well, good day to everybody. My name is Jorge, founder of Margins, and to be honest, quite excited to be here. This is the first time we are gonna be presenting Margins and what we've been working on for the past couple months. In a nutshell, what we do is we help growers and buyers manage the difficult situations that come from growing crops in a climate like it is today, with changing weather, changing regulation, and changing market. Over the past 18 months or so, we've talked with about more than hundreds of different profiles across the supply chain, from farm managers, farm operators, commodity brokers, as well as procurement and sustainability managers. And one thing we discovered along the way, which might not be a surprise to many of you, but it was a surprise to us, is that growers end up producing what the buyers are going to purchase. And as the conditions to grow those staple crops are getting more difficult, the growers are asking themselves, what else can I grow in my conditions? But also a very immediate follow-up question comes by, which is, who is going to buy that if the market does not exist? And because some of our clients are also larger companies with contract farmers or a cooperative that produces a licensed or a club variety, the questions we get as well is like, how do I diversify the sourcing for a critical ingredient for my farm operation? What we all know, and I think is very clear by many of the talks today, is that the stable conditions farming depended on no longer exist. The earth is warming up. With that is coming extreme weather events. With extreme weather events, we see lowering yield and under expected quality issues across crops in high value as well as arable. What we wanted to do was understand, what if this volatility that is happening is out of our control, is approached as an opportunity. And here is where the first part of our solution comes in. We believe the first step to understand what is possible is to discover what other available crops there are. And we've developed a feasibility model, we call it, that discovers identical agronomic regions around the world. What it does for a farmer in New Zealand is it allows the farmer to understand, okay, my farm looks like all these other farms around the world. What are the crops that they are growing? What are the best practices that they are implementing? And also, our plan is to offer the ability to connect with interested buyers that might be willing to purchase that produce in New Zealand. Now, I want to do the most difficult and risky thing a live presenter can do, and that is to demo a little bit what I'm talking about, because I feel it is better use of the time. So here I'm introducing you to our product. It's called Margins. And pretty simply, I'm just gonna go to New Zealand. I'm gonna go to the North Island, to this specific area over here, where I know there is actually quite a lot of avocado production going, which is quite interesting on its own. We drop a pin and we say, okay, we know we have avocado. What the model is gonna do now is effectively, let me close this out, is gonna show you all the other regions in New Zealand that are identical to that. In this case, not surprisingly, it's mostly clustered in the northern part of the island. But what becomes interesting is when you look around here, you can see that South Korea and parts of Japan have the similar conditions. And we can already start asking, okay, what are the crops that are available on those regions? And it gets even more interesting when you go into the European territory, where we have areas in Portugal, areas in France, Italy, and parts of the other Balkan countries. What you can see here is we start to pull up information from those countries in terms of what are the highest yielding crops that we see. And effectively, that happens all around the world where we find there is matching agronomic conditions. Really interestingly here as well on the avocado, there is these areas in Argentina, Paraguay, which was quite unique. Now with this, I'm gonna close the very risky demo and go back to my presentation, because we know that here in the audience there might be other type of people interested on a solution that will involve working with more like contract farming type setup or an existing cooperatives. And we believe that those are the companies that also require the tooling to be able to monitor and adapt those existing farm operations, and how to collect data and provide agronomic support. Because our working principle is that the world is smaller than it seems, and we can learn a lot from areas that actually, agronomically speaking, look like ours. So these companies working will get real-time status on the contract farms, the ability to deploy 24/7 agronomy support to specific events, and also the ability to collect information from its growers when it comes to specific reportings or specific planning for the supply chain. Now, we have a couple exploratory use cases that we've published online. You can see them here. The QR code will take you to them. This was just to exemplify the type of work that we are doing. Very interestingly was for us the example on kiwi fruit, where we took Bay of Plenty as a reference, and we identified, I think it was somewhere around 13,000 hectares of farmland in Europe that, if someone was interested, could produce kiwi fruit to the level that they do in Bay of Plenty, creating a pretty significant investment opportunity. Now, for the pilot today, if you choose to pilot with us, which we will be very happy, what you'll get is a personalized feasibility report, where we will show the matching regions that we find around the world based on the agronomic conditions of your farm, and the top 10 cropping alternatives, including potential yields and potential farm gate prices. All we need from you is effectively the location of your farm, either a field boundary or a GPS point is enough. Some basic operational data, such as what you've grown before, what was your yield, and what farm gate price you got. And lastly, but also most importantly for us, is candid feedback on the report and how this informed your vision of your own farm. How can that help you implement new practices in the future? And very importantly, I think for everybody, is that this will be completely free and it starts now. So everybody who will join the pilot will receive a report from us with as little information as I already showed that we'll need from you. And that's it. Back to you, Christy.
Brilliant. Very much. That was really interesting to see, and curious how how much correlation there is across the world as well for these different crops. So I'll give it a moment just to see if there's any questions that roll through for you. Obviously this pilot is ready to rock and roll ASAP, so happy to take on as many people as are interested for that one. So we'll give it just one moment, see if there's any questions come through with that little bit of a lag. And then we'll be heading around a little bit further around the world to the M4Life team. So we're going to be hearing next from Federico from M4Life, who's based in Argentina, and introducing a non-GMO seed coating that boosts productivity and reduces crop risk with no change to your current practice. Simple, effective, and ready to go here in New Zealand on a variety of crops. So passing over to you, Federico.
Thank you so much, Christy. And
Can
I
hear
think
you, yeah.
you will see my screen right now. Can you see it okay?
Perfect.
Good. So, hi everyone. Thank you for this opportunity. My name is Federico Wagnerman. I'm the CEO of M4Life, a biotech company from Argentina. Our project was born in CONICET, Argentina's National Council of Science and Technology, which is one of the largest and most prestigious scientific institutions in Latin America. Our team brings together decades of research and experience in microbiology, soil science, and plant physiology. We came together to solve one of agriculture's most urgent problems: how to produce more food using less land and fewer resources, while regenerating degraded soils and reducing environmental impact. That's what M4Life is all about. We are currently conducting pilot trials with several leading companies in the agricultural sector. Some of our partners include Syngenta, Bioceres, Nufarm, Barenbrug, Elementa Foods, Moolec, Novonesis, among others. And these collaborations are allowing us to validate our product in a wide range of crops and geographies. Now we are very excited to bring this work to New Zealand. So our technology is a microbial coating that can be applied either to seeds or to the substrate used for seedlings. What makes our solution unique is that we use a proprietary method called biotraining, where we expose beneficial microbes to stress conditions such as drought, high salinity, and extreme temperatures, so that they develop resilience and enhance performance. Once applied, these microbes colonize the root systems and form biofilm that contains exopolysaccharides. This biofilm retains water, repels salt, and enhances the plant's ability to absorb nutrients from the soil. It creates a kind of protective environment around the root zone, helping the plant survive and thrive under challenging conditions. Our product is fully compatible with current agricultural practices. It does not require any changes in how farmers plant, irrigate, or fertilize. It's simple to adopt and highly scalable. We have tested this solution in more than 120 field trials across a wide range of crops and environments. This includes soybeans, corn, wheat, sunflower, chickpea, yellow pea, lupin, safflower, forage, and pastures crops, and even foresty species. Across all these trials, we observe consistent and remarkable outcomes. Yields increase up to 45%, depending on the crop and stress level, but also the biomass increased by up to 60%. And in legumes, for example, we observe an improving nodulation, which is critical for nitrogen fixation. We also record significant improvement in grain quality, for example, up to 14% more protein in pulses and cereals, which is of great value for both food and feed applications. Perhaps one of the most interesting results is that we are able to achieve the same and often better productivity using less than 50% of the usual irrigation. So our product enables crops to perform with half of this water. We have already 2 commercial products in Argentina already approved by the regulator. We are now launching our first pilots programs in New Zealand, and we're looking for innovative partners to join us. The pilot is designed for a single growing season and will focus on crops such as pastures, forage species, cover crops, cereals, and forestry. The product has already been shipped and will be ready for application shortly. Participation, of course, is free of charge. The cost of the product is fully covered by M4Life. And on the regulatory side, which is something interesting, is that everything is already in place. The microbes species we work with are already present in New Zealand natural ecosystems. And we have received official authorization from the EPA to conduct these pilots. So there's no delays and obstacles. We are ready to go. And this picture was taken in one of our field trials. The soil is exactly the same. The only difference is on the right-hand side, we applied our solution. If you're interested in joining the pilot or just want to learn more about how our technology might work with your crops in your region, please reach out to us. We are here and ready to collaborate with the New Zealand farming community. Thank you so much.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, Federico. I've had a couple of questions come through for margins. So what I might do is I might bring Jorge back on while people take the opportunity to reflect on everything that Federico shared on the M4Life and the pilot that's available, and also obviously take the opportunity to scan that QR code with your cell phone as we go. So 2 questions for you here, Jorge. So first one was a great concept, really interesting. The agronomic conditions are based on meteorological based, or does it go into soil type and other biological features?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So the way we match the areas right now is a combination. So we used weather, obviously, so average temperature, humidity. We also take into account growing degree days, radiation as a total input. But then we also go into different soil types and available humidity on the soil. We also plan to obviously continue to add more variables into the model, some of them being proprietary, as we collect data from the customers that allows us to make the model even more interesting and more unique. But yeah, we take into account a number of different variables across weather, soil, and including markets.
Perfect, thank you. And then the next question is, what agronomy data are you using to identify the like-for-like grower regions, e.g. climate, soil type, rainfall?
Yeah, I guess it's a similar question, probably answered under the same umbrella.
Oh, so same application across both.
Correct. Same set of variables.
Thank you very much. Cool. I will bring Federico back onto the screen as we have a question that has popped up for M4Life. So this question is, what countries have these trials been replicated in, and is it compatible with seed applied fungicides? So 2 questions in one.
So thank you. So first, the 120 trials was performed in Argentina. We are now starting trials in Chile, the Emirates, and we already have committed a trial in New Zealand. But the interesting point is that the regulatory agency in Argentina asked to perform trials in 3 different geographical zones along the country. So we have performed the trials all along Argentina, in the hot part of the country, also in cold weather. Just for you to have an idea, Argentina from south to north is like the United States from east to west. It's a pretty long country about that. And in terms of application with fungicides, this is 100% compatible with other products in the market, even fungicides at the same time. It does not affect at all our technology. Even that, we can apply our technology on top of other biological products as well.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Awesome. So moving on to our lucky last innovator for this evening. So we'll have Irving presenting from Selena Ag, who are based in the USA, bringing genomic soil testing into New Zealand and utilizing their unique AI Selena essentially translates complex soil data into precise ag input recommendations, helping farmers get that little bit more out of every hectare. Over to you, Irving.
Thank you. Just to verify, can you guys see my screen correctly? Is that okay?
Yes, all good to go.
Yeah, excellent. All right. Well, thank you. Thank you, Christy. Good evening to everyone. Thank you for your attention and your time. My name is Irving Rivera. I'm the CEO of this company called Solina. And we're in our company, we are a team of scientists and agronomists, and we were founded on a simple but very powerful idea. We believe that in the 21st century, farmers shouldn't have to rely on guessing or guesswork, essentially. So our vision at Solina is a world where farming operates with perfect information. And we are an agricultural intelligence company, and our mission is to make farming more profitable, predictable, and sustainable. We do this by turning your most valuable asset, that is your soil biology, in our opinion, into your most powerful source of data. And well, today we're thrilled to announce that we are bringing this capability to New Zealand through this great partnership that right now we are announcing. So essentially, what we do in Solina, we are able to recover data from the soil microbiome, and through AI, translate that data into what we call prescription, like similar to a doctor, telling farmers exactly what to do, how to do it, what to apply in order to get a nice outcome. So, well, for generation, farming has involved a level of guessing or guesswork, usually relying on experience and traditional soil tests, but usually missing a key piece of the puzzle. This is the biological life of any soil, farming soil that we are working, and it's very common in agriculture. And that's exactly where Solina comes in. We analyze the DNA of the microbes that are living in the soil to understand exactly what is happening beneath the surface. Questions like, is your soil good at cycling nitrogen? Are there unseen pathogens that could limit your yield? Well, our technology answers these questions and more. Then our AI platform takes that deep intelligence and create a simple prescription. It is not about spending more, it's about spending smarter. And we help you apply the right product at the right time in the right place. I mean, we have shown some results that they speak from themselves around the world. Farmers that are using Solina AI, which is our product, have seen significant increases in both yield and overall profitability, meaning that we are taking the guessing out of the equation so you can get more from every acre. I mean, some of the examples is that we have been able to increase like between 10 to 30% yield, but also not only yield, but also quality, like sugar concentration or bricks, or even in some cases like carbon sequestration in soil. So, well, we believe that technology is not only it's only as good as it's delivered. That's why we haven't come to New Zealand alone. We are proud to announce our official partnership with Ignition, Ravensdown, Resupply, and ARL, the laboratory. This combines our cutting-edge AI platform with local expertise, products, and trust that has been built over decades. So we are inviting you, the farmers, to join this project that we call Catalyst. There's an exclusive opportunity for just 15 farmers to be the first in the country to access to this system that is Solina AI. And we believe this is a true partnership with farmers and Solina, because we want to work with you to demonstrate the power of this technology on New Zealand soil. This offer is very simple, and we have designed to deliver a great value to the farmers. It's a 3-for-2. That's how we call this program. Essentially, you commit, the farmers that commit that are participating to test 2 of our new rapid soil biology tests, and the third test is on us. This will allow you to set a baseline, measure the impact of the changes that you make, but also then retest for free to confirm the result. We are asking you to partner with us to share your feedback and help us write the first New Zealand success stories. In return, you will get a significant discount and a full year of advanced soil intelligence and dedicated support from both our team and ARL. So yeah, happy to see if you have any questions and connect with to share more information about our technology. Back to you, Christine.
Brilliant. Thank you very much. Super interesting, and yeah, keen that it's available. It's pretty much now for people to access as well. So if anyone that's interested in taking Irving up on that offer or just asking some more in-depth questions of the Solina team, feel free to scan the QR code. Obviously, it's only limited to a certain amount of farmers, so we'll be definitely running a first in, first served basis there to be able to access that great deal. In the interim, just while I wait to see if there's any questions coming through for Irving, we did have something pop through for those that weren't able to see it, just for M for Life. And the question was, can you apply this product to establish pasture or feed crops and see the same results? If Federico was good enough to jump on and type his answer out in the Q&A there, which is that they're working on the foliar application as well and could potentially apply through water irrigation. So yes, it is possible. So just for those that were curious on that one, that's the answer there. So any questions coming through for Irving at this stage? Brilliant. That's cool. Well, I'll move us along. There's still opportunity if something comes to mind to post it in the Q&A chat, and I'll read it out to the team if it comes in while we roll through the last part really of our webinar this evening. So just wanted to give a final opportunity for any Q&A and innovator signups utilising the QR codes there. Conscious they are reasonably small, so feel free to dive in close to get in and be able to scan those. Just wanted to also note that tonight's recording will be made available for anyone that was unable to attend, so it will be sent out to the wider network and available on our website as well, so you can watch back each of these amazing innovators and get the insights from them as the time goes on. I was just reading a wee Q&A there, but it sounds like just a great comment. Thank you very much to Ethan there. So what I'll do now is just start to close us off. So a really big thank you for those that were able to join us this evening. We're really thrilled to be able to bring the Farm Innovation Network to life with you all. It's quite a powerful opportunity to explore the future and focus on Agtech driving collaboration between farmers and innovators to create some of those smarter, more sustainable on-farm solutions. Before you drop off the chat, we'd love for you to take a moment just to paste any feedback into the Q&A. It can be anonymous if you'd like it to be, but let us know what you enjoyed about this evening or anything that you'd like to see for the future as well coming up on these webinars or on our wider platform of opportunities as the year rolls on. For those that have expressed interest in a pilot as we've gone throughout the evening, we'll be connecting you directly with the innovators. Now that we have our Facebook page and LinkedIn page going as well, we'd love to encourage you to give us a like and a follow on there to stay in the loop with any updates, pilot offers and new tech releases as they come up. So if there's no more questions coming through the chat, I would like to say a big thank you to all of our innovators that presented this evening. It's not easy coming on here and doing your pitch in sort of in this environment. So very, very grateful. I think it was a really cool mix of innovations that we had available this evening, and look forward to seeing the feedback as it kind of pops through. So thank you again, and very much appreciate your time this evening. And with that, I will close us off for the spring webinar for 2025. Thank you very much.